also. Is that classified?
As I understand software, sir, it is the program that is put into the...
I won.
That's how we're back.
Knowing that I don't see time with that happy family. So many wonderful people we have. Beautiful people. Autistic people. Every sort of thing. Everybody should this is Anne Bernard.
Hi, I haven't seen that. Hi.
And, oh, he's gone. Hello, Hamilton. Well, bless me. I'm doing fine.
Was this a surprise party?
The party was a surprise, I'll say. I expected some but I never dreamed about everybody. No, I didn't know. I knew somebody was coming. I couldn't keep it behind, but I don't know. Picture of you.
I don't know. I don't certainly recall. Okay.
You were leaning over me, and I think I I'm used to being out here at parties. It's a favorite place of high school students holding their remembrance members.
Oh yeah, like songs or cotillions.
That's right.
Right. That's
yeah. Or just meeting.
Right. Well, this is where we go swimming in the summer. Remember I told you?
Oh, really?
Yeah. The same. This is the same place. So we just decided to have the party over here.
Well, it's
for us to do.
Well, it's good. You'd show you this cute thing. They wrote so I could read it.
Isn't that nice?
That's cute.
Nice.
Can you read
that? Yeah, I can read it.
You can. Okay. So you're about like
I have the kind of blindness that is spotty. It's a dying of germs. I don't call it germ. What would you call it? In the retina.
Oh, okay. Right. I'm down here now.
And you can't tell where it's going to die. But when it dies, it's dead.
Yeah, it doesn't
Dr.
come
Rusher.
back.
I told him, I said, Dr. Rusher, I've spent so much of my life trailing after doctors and so forth, even the eye hospital in Baltimore, the Medical. And I want to know just what is the matter with it. Why is it there can't be something done for it?
Right.
And so he got busy then, and he pulled out a great big old pasteboard eye, cut it in two, and put that side way, and turned this around. And he said, what's in here is an extension of the brain. And as we are made.
No, you can't read it.
The icing's in between. Oh, you want to ask icing?
Oh, he's already tried some. He put his finger on it.
Very special person.
Hannah. That's Mother's cake. Since you always win. Oh, I have that recipe.
I know.
The sponge cake recipe.
Beautiful, Hannah.
Very
Beautiful. Well, I've never cut a cake like this. It's always the first time, right?
I wouldn't make the slices too big.
Okay, Jack, is that big enough for
No,
you?
yeah, that would be nice.
How many people are there? What is it?
I wouldn't know.
Not gonna probably, unless you'd like to take over.
Go right
I'm gonna
ahead.
cut her small ones.
Yes. Well, you don't have to make them quite that small.
Well,
That's a good sign.
everybody.
Well, Mother was a month younger than Azile.
Don't worry, I'll cut you a larger one. Wait a minute, I'm gonna cut a little bit larger.
Yeah, ball means.
Yeah, and
I think it's so much sugar that your wife.
we are sort of in the same family.
I'm glad it's
And when Azile had her 95th birthday, we had
too
lunch.
much.
I'll stay with
Yeah,
her.
right here for you, ma'am.
And we had stop somewhere. But I never made one in this size pan before.
This is fantastic. You quadrupled the recipe?
Mother had a recipe for 4 layers, and that 4 layers went in 1 layer of this one.
Fantastic. I've got good one.
A factor of 16, huh?
But you had to make them one at a time, because they didn't go in the oven.
Here somewhere. You could only fit one in the oven at a time.
Yeah.
Stop somewhere.
Oh, my.
No, you have one right here, don't you? Here's a spoon for you. Oh, yeah, there's enough to go around. Don't worry.
Maybe we'll take this stand. Here you go. Glad I've got somebody.
Get out of your way, huh?
Take that off. My hands are probably reasonably clean. Y'all go ahead and start. Okay. Ashley, I'm right your way.
That's fine.
That's fine. Our family, whatever the contingent is, was trying to figure out what we could give you that would be special on this day, and we were racking our brains, and we came up with what we hope will be a nice surprise for you. We've talked to Lakewood Manor. They are delighted, and as a result, we have in the trunk of our car some 700 daffodil bulbs, red emperor tulips, hyacinths, and a spring garden is going to be planted at Lakewood Manor as a special tribute to you. So come spring, we should have a very, very pretty garden.
Wonderful. That is.
They are quite excited about it, and I am thrilled I don't have to plant them.
We got a lot of people out there. Well, thank you so
Well, this
much.
comes about
And I hereby invite all of you to come out and see them in bloom.
I'll be back down, don't
Miss
worry.
Azile, this comes about because of our trip on what I call you, with your racing stripes, your jogging shoes, where you took me around on your daily trips, almost killed me with exhaustion. You were going strong. I couldn't do it. But we thought if we're going to make this loop several times, we're going to have a beautiful display of bicycle of that.
Well, all right, we'll do our best. And I can't wait to tell Mrs. Gardner. One person whose name I can remember because her name is Gardner. And her specialty is chrysanthemums, but she loves also the bulbs that you have. She'll oversee the planting of them, I'm sure. She's a darling, a honey, when it comes to flowers. And men may go, but
We'll probably do this over when she's finished.
no, I don't find it.
Oh, you're so sweet. Yes, I could just eat you up. I can eat you up like a piece of candy. That's right.
Well, what
happened to your bowl? It's disappeared. You've lost it. I'm trying to decide who she looked.
robber to get in one time, a bank robber. And after that, the edict went out that all outside doors at all times, except the front door, where there is supposed to be a guard, have to be kept locked all the time. That was good for a movie show, fun show. The fella came in, we think he was black, but he had his face covered. And he got in at the back of the building somewhere and was, robber got there and they almost collided at that point where the store and the bank come together, you know. And both of them were so startled, but the robber was smarter than he was. So he dashed to the front door, got out before the guard got through the door to him, you know. And by the time he got out there, he had ducked around and somewhere else and he got away. But it was so funny for it to turn out that way.
We just talked to Bethel and James. They called from Mount Vernon. And they're there with Michael. They said Michael's coming home for Christmas for a week and then go back. So
I'm sorry you all won't be over to church with us. We have a wonderful church.
Elton, does she know what to do with that? Does she
I
always
belong to a lot of churches. I've moved around, but this beats anyone I've ever known. It's different in its whole structure and everything. Somebody was lately here, you know. And, I reckon that put Paul, and Paul's one's proud of his children, you know. Did you see Paul? Kendall's husband? Yes. Well, he takes all the credit for the children, and Kendall takes care of them. But,
she's leaving me around now?
Well, he seemed to do a fairly good job looking after him, too.
yes, he does. And, they're nice children. They're children. They have a lot of liveliness. But Henry is not that well developed.
When they put that on your hair?
She's a little bit advanced.
Bethel and Bethel was telling me that Billy had adopted a little girl.
Billy?
They have their own and have adopted one.
One of our own things. Billy's wife is named Melissa.
Is she?
Mm-hmm. And that interested me so much because of...
Oh, good. Ding-a-ling-ding, ding-a-ling-ding. Ding-a-ling-ding.
I think she, look, show her the student, maybe she'll come. I saw Derry, she's certainly walking early.
it was hot as blazes, and she didn't have on anything but a diaper. And when she would be crawling along there, and her diaper end was sticking up behind, they dubbed her Duck. And so she was Jemima Puddle Duck from her appearance, you know. And I reckon until he died, Charles used to speak of her as the Duck. Oh, goodness. She's not trying to talk, is she?
She's too busy walking, I imagine. Yep.
She talks.
Yep.
She talks some.
Ashley, do you listen to television very much?
Very little.
I thought maybe you got the news on it, or you use radio for
I
that.
try to get the news. I stay on Channel 6, Dan Rath. And I try to get up here after dinner in time to get the news. But nearly every day I get delayed on the way up. I meet somebody and gab a little bit, and I get in about the middle of the news after. They always give the
Important things first,
first. And so I don't know much.
I found the
don't
paper last
care.
night that they had gotten the baby out of the well, thank goodness.
Oh, alive?
Yes.
Good.
She's dehydrated, and that's all, but they were amazed at finding it.
I'm going to throw that coat around me since it's warmer, just to cut off the cold, but I'm not going to put it on. I'm going to leave the flower as it is. Well, it's so nice of you people to come. I planned
Good to see you.
this. I have some aches along with all the pleasure. Had a telephone call this morning, and a friend, long time friend, and then also out at Lakewood Manor, had a stroke, and she was crying all through the thing, all through the talk, you know. And so that certainly cooled down. It made me realize that it's not all honey. She was so active and in so much, too much. I think maybe that had something to do with her downfall. I don't know. She has a sister who has a PhD degree in nursing. I didn't know such a thing existed
Yes.
until she got it, and she's on the staff of Duke University. The sister is. They send her, she's been to Australia a couple of times, kind of organizing nursing units and so forth. She does a remarkable thing. And her sister here, but she's done wonderful things for her. She's had a chair made for her that can do so many things. She can drive herself, and does. She goes down